Hello everyone, I'm going to be going over the trades I took this week. This week I resulted week 5 of August, so August 26th to 29th, 25th to 29th. So this was my results for the week. I took 3 trades. I trade on Monday, I trade on Wednesday, and I trade on Thursday, and I resulted in negative 1R for the week. I lost 2 of the trades and won one of them, so negative $264 on the week. So let's see. Just gonna walk through these trades. Monday, I took a long on NQ, and this I've been talking to some people about this. This immediately reflects one of the largest flaws in what I have been doing and what I the other day decided, all right, I'm done doing this, having a fixed risk to reward ratio and not targeting any real liquidity. So this trade, you can see like it was a valid idea. I took it off of rejecting this fair value gap and then trending higher. And we did go higher. We landed a maximum of 1 to 1.6 R. And we took out a lot of this liquidity, but we just didn't take out this maximum high. But because I go for a fixed risk to reward, it just didn't hit. And instead I got stopped out. So it could have been wiser to wait for ES potentially to sweep these highs, because when ES swept these highs, NQ was way up here, so I could have closed here for like a 1 to 1.5. There's definitely some better ways to go about taking this trade. Moving on to Wednesday. This trade sucked. I hated this trade so much, and you'll see why. So, this really highlights the largest flaw of not taking profits at liquidity points and having a fixed risk to reward. I should have had my take profit at this level here, 649,625 at this high, which is Friday's high. Would have been right here. Would have been done at what? That's actually late in the day, 155. But I would have been done and had a nice profit secured. But I didn't do that. Instead, I targeted my fixed 2R, and these are my actual targets. This is actually what happened. Price came up several times and got within 50 cents and then within 25 cents of my take profit. And then NVIDIA earnings came out. Top Step auto closes at like 410, so it just closes the position for you. That's what happened right here. So I went in profit, I went to draw down, I went up and got super close and then sank all the way down, and I was so frustrated at that point. And then we got super close again, literally 25 cents away. And then we fell back down, and then Top Stop Auto closed at 410. And then NVIDIA earnings shot it right up into my take profit. So this is definitely the largest flaw in having a fixed risk to reward and not targeting liquidity. I should have targeted this. I should have taken a 1 to 1.2. It would have been an easier day mentally. Oops. An easier day mentally, and I would have made more money. So, a mistake, but lesson learned. And I am making that change actually. I am no longer going to do like fixed risk to reward. I'm going to target liquidity like I always should have been. And also doing a lower risk to reward. I was doing backtesting the other day and getting a lot of like 1 to 1, 1 to 1.5 trades, just trying something new. And my win rate was like 70%. Now it was only like 19 trades, so the validity of it is arguable, and I want to do a lot more before I really am confident in the statistics, but a really good start. This trade was a bad trade. This was a bad trade. I shouldn't have taken this trade. Two things wrong with it. One really big thing wrong with it. The entry is not valid. I took the entry here off of this fair value gap on this candle because we came up, we hit the fair value gap, then we closed below the body of this candle. I was like, sweet. That is the CISD, the change in the state of delivery that I'm looking for. It's not. This candle has to be facing the opposite direction for the closure below the body to be a valid change in the state of direction. and it kind of makes sense when you think about it. By definition, this isn't changing the state of direction because the direction was always down. If the direction is going to be changed, it has to go up first, then back down. That's a change. There's no change here. So, biggest thing here, this was not a valid setup. I should have never taken it because it was never valid. Now, if this was a blue candle per se, and we actually closed up here and then we came down, that would be valid. But we didn't. I shouldn't have taken it. I was targeting these NVIDIA earning lows. That was my bias, which we clearly were just wrong there as well. And then we did take those lows on Friday, which I just didn't end up taking a trade on Friday. So, pretty short, straightforward recap this week. Some obvious mistakes that I made and things to change going into the coming weeks. I want to look for doing the 1-to-1 and 1-to-1.5s. I was talking to another guy. That's all he does, and he makes a ton of money doing it. And I mean, if I say I did that this week, number one, I wouldn't have taken this trade because this was invalid. I shouldn't have taken it. But number two, I would have won this trade, and I would have won this trade. So instead of being down 1R, I would be up 3R for the week if I was just taking it. Because some of these trades that I'm taking, like these are all the trades I took. This was clearly invalid, but this was valid, and this was valid. Those were valid entries. And you can see they kind of go up, and then they go down, and then they go up, and then they go down. And it's just because my targets, my take profit targets, are asking too much of price, especially with my stop loss sizes. My stop loss sizes tend to be on the larger side than most people, especially for day trading. So, I mean, this was a green week. This should have been a green week. This was a trade I should have never taken. I was foolish. I misunderstood the definitions and made a mistake to take that one. So I won't take stuff like that again. But these two trades, they should have been both winners. This one was a winner, but it was a smaller winner because I just didn't set my targets right, and they should have been here. So that's all for the week. Headed into the next one. I might do some backtesting streams. Maybe just try something new, but definitely more work to do. Actually, you know what? Let me pull up my results for. Oops. I don't want to. Let me pull up the results because these are kind of interesting. I'll let you guys take a look at what I'm seeing in my backtesting right now. Okay. So this is the one I started the other day. The 1-to-1 I was talking about. This is what it looks like so far. So pretty good, but it's only 19 trades, so kind of too early to make any conclusions, any serious conclusions. But the win rate, that's crazy. I've never had a win rate that high. The risk to reward is lower. Like that's a 1.1 average, I guess, which is pretty low. Really low, actually. I don't know why it's so low. But yeah, these are good results to start with. I just want to get some more data points and see where I'm at. So that's all for the week. Moving on to the next one. Keep swimming.